shit. Hang on a minute. Be right away, Jace. Hey, Wally, brother, thank you. I appreciate that. Likewise. Good morning to you. Talked about that. Let's still do what happened. Hell yeah. Just a moment here. Let's finish the talking and look. Thank you. I hope you had a good Fourth. I hope I all had a good Fourth. All right. Come on. Mate. Oh, shit. Everyone take a mix of coffee, yeah? Yeah. I'm gonna leave the coffee. Hey, thank you, Mom. Oh, yeah. One sec, y'all. Copy. Weakness. Wait a second. 1 second, please. Hey, John. Good to see you this morning. Thank you, likewise. Hope it was a good fourth for you. In 1 second, I'm gonna make your coffee and take my medication here. Getting around for this morning before I sit down at the desk. Hell yeah. Coffee. Turn it around. You better go on that stand. Snack. Don't let me There we go. Coffee. Down the desk. Milk real quick. There we go. Had to grab my cup. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, man. Everyone had a good fourth. Oh, shit. I was out running errands for a little bit of it. Came home and I knocked out. Yeah. Well, just starting off fresh this morning, getting the grog out of my eyes here. Hell yeah. Yeah. Let me see here. Hang on. Good deal. Let's see, am I doing music or creepcast? Creepcast, I highly recommend if any y'all are into like scary stories, shit like that, y'all give these guys a check out. They do like a pretty humorous cover of different scary stories out there.
Welcome back to the
What's that top of it? Let's see here. Give me a second, eh? Creepcast. Part 2. Good. Oh yeah.
They don't know the first thing about you.
Yeah.
Us members get
Hell yeah. Oh, I definitely did, dude. Been a busy past couple days for me. Yeah, what I haven't been on here, I've been running errands and getting shit done and going all over the town side. To be honest with you, I feel like I could still sleep, but this thing's here to get done with the papers. Yeah. Although I will say, I don't know is if I'm gonna be on here incredibly long this morning. Just long enough to get some stuff done. Hey, thank you. Likewise. Likewise. Good to see y'all this morning. Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, I sound that weird kind of groggy. Don't remember a damn thing that happened. Holy shit. One thing I need to look at here real quick is last night I took a progress of my work and compared it with some side-by-sides so I could see what things are looking like. Go. Hell yeah. Let me see. I've been trying to get this cord figured out. Had me a tad bit of coffee. Let's see. Here. Oh, God. And it was deep sleep. Need to get some rest too, because I got a busy couple days coming up as well. Hopefully, I'll be able to get myself into therapy and start that ball rolling here. I've been meaning to do for a while now, but my ass ain't been awake to get done. do something here. Hey, right on. Right on. Good to see you here with us, yeah? Yeah, I've been kind of splotchy here with my timing lately. Like I said, I haven't had too much energy here lately, so came up here for a couple minutes here, gotten a little bit done, and then usually by then I'm usually wore out from the papers, so I've been calling it a short session lately. No, good to see you. Good to see you, fam. I've been chilling out for a while this morning. Not only do I have papers to get done, but I'll actually make a session of it here. Yeah, hell yeah. Good to see you. Second. One thing I'm starting to see here. Quick, realizing after I got some sleep is just how misproportionate some of the things on this are. Shit. Fun. That done. Oh, that is hard to get done as I thought it was going to be. Huh. Huh. Supposed to be a little bit of creepcast. They're covering different titles.
Because I assumed it was just like a common core reading material for horror content. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Stories are super short. You do a haunted video game. So that's a pretty cool idea. Like, we should. Wait, all right. You want to get into Knowing House? Yes. The last thing to mention before we get started is for those audio listeners, I pray to make fun of for. Continue to show your support because every time I look for like top 50.
See, yeah. I need to figure some things out with this. Hours are crazy. I'm not ready for them to see after dark now. Oh shit! Hell yeah! Right on! Yeah, I don't blame that. What the fuck is this? Sorry, there's a link button in the way. Yeah, I don't blame that. I don't blame that one at all. Me, it's insomnia. Right on! I've been over there in a little bit. I'm meaning to get over to MTFs here for a while now. Catch up with everybody and see how things are going. Hell yeah! Hope things are going good over there. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You did forces is over a 13-year-old run. Yeah.
There we go. Hell yeah.
She was known for her own stick. Like, it's like, it's a typo necklace.
Next time there's one up over there, I'll try to tune in. After a couple days here, I won't need to have my sleep schedule so frantic. I'll be able to actually kind of chill back with it. It's actually a good thing I'm getting up this early though, because I got therapy intake coming up, which I'm hoping to make and get to. So, and that actually happens a lot earlier than this. So, luckily, I'm getting switched around earlier. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, thank you. Yeah, I'll be sure to be seeing y'all here soon, hopefully. Yeah. Yeah, I said sorry, it's been a bit. I just been yeah, I've been having a hard time around the tubes here lately. Not that I've forgotten anybody, but I've been not at one place, I'm at another, and if I'm not at another, I'm usually knocked out. Shit.
As far as our
Yeah. Shit, I feel it. Been a little bit stuff had some vibes like that. Hell yeah. Usually been, like I said, I've been switched around my sleep schedule, so I've been knocked out early. Or I've been waking up wondering what the hell happened. Shit. Let me see something here real quick. I was gonna say, it's been Fridays and Saturdays, yeah? I think. So, I'll be keeping in mind of that here.
Otherwise, $100 I have.
Hell yeah.
Have you ever seen or read something that could be scary, but for some reason still falls up your spine? I walked toward the building, and the feeling of uneasiness only intensified as I opened the front door. My heart slowed, and I went on the weak side. The room looked like a normal.
Hell yeah.
The sign was posted.
Yeah.
Room 1 this way. Follow. Reach the end, and you win.
A little bit, so I get to catch up with y'all. I hope everyone's doing well. Oh, I don't blame that. Right on. Right on. Duly noted. See, I can't blame that. Pardon me if I've been a little bit splotchy with my schedule here lately, but I've been trying to get that in as well. Sit back and actually take a breath. Oh yeah. I can respect that.
I think too, like that big number so many different like around like the best boards and pre-cost boards and stuff like that. That you needed to catch it. Like, right?
I really don't blame that shit. For me, if I'm sitting here at the papers too long, I tend to go stir crazy.
The first area was flat. The decor was simple.
It's another reason why I myself have actually been doing shorter sessions here lately. I'll get on here and chill for a little bit here lately, but as far as like 5-6 hour freaking grind sessions, I've been taking a break from that myself. I don't blame that. Hey,
Trying to be.
God, thank you. Appreciate that. Good to see you. Hey, like I was just saying, yeah, for sure. Kick back, take some time here when I can. Be up here on the sesh. Hey, appreciate it. Likewise to you. Blessings to you, fam. Hell yeah.
They seem to have a hell of a time. I said store on.
Likewise, my friend. You take care.
It's very
Yeah.
stepped over a few toy rats that wheeled around, walked up to
Once again, I don't blame it. Over here on YouTube can get crazy. So yeah, I've been taking a bit here to center myself. No doubt you'll probably notice here lately I'll get up here for probably a couple minutes at a time. But then I've been kind of calling it after getting a little bit of work progress in. Hell yeah. Probably the same for me this morning. Yeah, get a little bit of desk work in. And then see where I'm at. Hey, likewise, Char. You have a great day. Good to see you this morning, yeah? Happy waking, Pink. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's go see here. As far as my bigger pieces, I'm taking a break from those this morning. Just doing some little kind of doodles here at the desk. Hell yeah. Oh, thank you. Let me see. Speaking of which. There. Speaking of which. See here. Alright. Let's see here. Do some symbolism depictions here. Hell yeah.
He was like a leaving room too. He got like an events, sense of dread. You know, it's like constant like energy is changing the room or something. And it's like I think it's like something in that this was where
Let me see.
instant or something. Yeah, yeah. And like the way it's described is like there's shadows of things that aren't there, and the chair has a shadow. So it doesn't. It's almost you could have been
Let me see.
channels things that are in like the same space but a different plane. Sharon's covered like a middle ground or something like that. There's a bunch of like unique ideas from, but it's already playing like supernatural, you know, parallel stuff. Weird on this thing. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people wouldn't. Yeah. I feel like to notice that. I feel like they just kind of cosplay it. I feel like they try to same thing. Wouldn't that be awful?
Work on these Hoodoo symbols.
Yeah, well, it kind of feels like how is it possible? Yeah, why? Why did not? It's just like one little thing where it's like, what the hell? It'd be hard to record. Maybe that unchangingness would really take hold. Okay.
Yeah.
First room, 9 rooms on room 4. We're on room 4. The other team's doing okay. No? So far. That little sauce we were certainly sitting. Something, but I don't know. It's as he had that feeling stepping in room 3. I'm like, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
The fourth room was possibly the most disturbing. As I closed the door, all lights seemed sucked out the back. I stood there, surrounded by darkness. not able to. I'm not afraid. I never have. I was absolutely terrified. All sides. I don't care if I reached it. And if I didn't know what I was doing, I would never have been able to tell. This doesn't describe. I couldn't hear it was dead silent. But you're in the soundproof room, you can still hear yourself breathing. You can hear yourself being alive. I began to stumble forward after my rapidly beating heart, the only thing I could feel. There was no door inside. I wasn't even sure there was one. Silence was then broken by I felt something. I spun around wildly, but could barely even see my nose. I knew it was there. Regardless of how dark it was. The hum grew loud, close. It seemed to surround me, but I knew whatever was causing the noise was in front of me. Closer. I never felt that. I can't really describe the fear. I wasn't even scared I was going to die. I was scared of what the alternative was. I was afraid of what this thing had to do. Then the lights flashed for a second, and I saw it. No. I saw nothing that I know I saw. The room was again plunged in darkness.
Hey, multi-super. Good morning to you. Happy waking pick. Yeah. Hope you had a good fourth. Hell yeah. How are we this morning?
You can't hear anything.
I'm just starting off doing a little bit of light desk work here. Matter of fact, we have a bowl with y'all as well, yeah? Find my pipe. Find the pipe, find the bud.
It's unheard of. My mind, I'm just sitting there imagining it. I mean, also the idea is you can't do it. But you're really part of being fast. And it totally.
Wowie wowie. Hell yeah. Hey. No worries, I appreciate that. Oh shit. We're just kicking back, having a light sesh this morning. A little bit of desk work. A little bit of socializing here with some good company. See where it goes for us. Cheers. Cheers, eh? Happy waking pick.
I feel like we started up the truck yeah. So we're kind of playing with like non-Euclidean things, right? It's kind of got that, oh well, you could be in a room and the shadows and all with that, like the come from something on set. Even sounds and all visuals and stuff like that. Weird sensory.
Shit. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh. Kind of overseeing some work this morning. Taking a break from my koi piece here. And just kind of doing some light work at the desk. Hell yeah. Good to see y'all this morning. Let me see here. I got some things to goof around with at these papers. Here we got some things to goof around with. Let's see that. The hell yeah. Let's see. Hang on, Ram. Little will-o-wisp symbols. Work on some of these as well.
From the outside, when I first walked up to it, like regular house, there's definitely a bigger side. There was almost an entire forest. Canopy covered by the I assume it was still there. However, I couldn't see any walls. The only way I knew
Thank you, thank you. Yeah.
that's a really good thing.
Hell yeah. That's just the first one. I gotta track down some I've tracked down some other Beatles posters here for the collection. Shit. Now that one, how do I do? Of course I love the band, but that one has actually helped me inspire many of creative works here at the desk. Hell yeah. Which if I can, amongst all the different work I'm doing here, I'd like to get some pieces at the desk done and kind of in that style and have them hung up around that. Oh, thank you. That one was kind of hard for me to track down. Either I ain't got out much or I don't see it around, but yeah, I haven't seen one around like that in a little bit.
Like a big tree canopy.
Hell yeah.
Where it's like it keeps up this hallucination.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, it's just like a really weird. It's a fun visual, like tying nature with man-made stuff, like homes or whatever. But it's like there's still structurally sound. You know what I mean?
What I'd like to do,
I got to go.
some of these posters here that I can't really get a hold of, that I'm kind of rare for me to find. I'd like to do renditions of them in the paper and have them hung up that way. There's actually a couple of Pink Floyd posters that I haven't been able to see around here lately. So if I continue to not see them around, once again, I'd like to go back to the papers here, do some renditions of them, and have them hung up that way.
I dropped to the ground and created old wine. Yes, hated bugs, especially when I couldn't see or touch. These bugs touched me and they were heavy. I began to I had no idea what I was doing. The entrance was nowhere at the time, and I still haven't.
What's that, man?
Myself up. Mine was slapping trying to run. My body was exhausted, falling, dealing with whatever it was. It's a beautiful grabbing the tree. It was only a feet away from
this down the paper correctly. I'm not awake or whatever have be, but I'm having a little bit hard time up portions this morning. Shit. See. Yeah. First is working on my Japanese stuff for a little bit, and I'd like to get some of these done as an example of my work, and then have them kind of hung up on one section of the room, kind of showing off my portfolio. And then that's my next step, is doing some costumes of some music bands. Specifically, some psychedelic rock. Then I'll get those hung up in another section of the room. And
There's almost reading like this.
we'll have some commissions to have set up around the room to show.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if the house is like personalized, you know, like it's targets people specifically. I also see kind of like a build up, right? Like the first two rooms were like gas. Shows that it can play with room. 4 shows it can play with theory, and room 5 shows it can play with your sense of touch, right? Yeah. So it's kind of establishing that it can affect, you know, different aspects. It has
Over. Not over.
What's on one? That's what I was. When he first hears it, right, he comes in.
Damn sick.
He just tries his.
I like that design, but I feel it's kind of losing itself. So I'm gonna work in here for a little bit. My small pad. I can kind of get that stuff down. And then see where it goes from there.
I'm just wondering if it is playing on like where.
One second.
Kind of digging your own grave, like digging your own kind of mental health. It's almost like the house has 9 chances to do something, right? So it spins. It's almost, in a weird way, it's almost like
One second.
right? The house uses a few questions at the beginning to kind of like, okay, is this going to work?
Some of my flash works. I'm gonna start by kind of getting out things.
One thing I'm wondering too is, do you think he still thinks that this is like,
Grab out some stuff in the smaller papers. Work that way. So when I get these done, I'll work with those in the future. Also,
so I think after the fun stuff, that
get this out of there.
like, yeah, well, only one way to find out. I close the
Eraser in.
on the
Please see here real quick.
I opened my eyes in surprise, or shut. Room was identical. 3, same chair, lamp.
Oh shit. I remember that one.
The only real difference.
I got that too for a little bit. Some exercise. Let's see here.
As I said before, I had no previous issues in terms of mental disability. But at that moment, developed what I now know as insanity. First, scratch soft. Wall was tough, but I knew the door was there something. I knew it was. I scratched that. Clawed all three. My nails being filed down to get against the wood. I fell silently to my the sound of the burner. Nothing scratching. I knew it was there. The door was there. I knew it was just there. I knew if I could just pass this wall, I jumped off the ground and spun in the motion. Leaned against the wall behind me. Saw what it was. Spoke to them. This day, there was a little girl. She was wearing soft, white dress. And she had long blonde hair full of her back, white skin. She was the most frightening thing I have ever seen. You know, nothing in my life ever be as unnerving as what I saw her. While looking at her, I saw something where she stood. I saw what looks like a man's body, only larger than normal, covered in hair. He was naked from head to toe, but his head was not human, and his toes looked. Wasn't the devil? That moment, I just spoke. Born at the end of a rainbow. Now, oh man, that's dope. That's really, that's what I forgot about him somehow. What I was saying, that's such a fun day. Man.
Let's see.
The one monster thing that genuinely.
Hey, Wally. I'm sorry, brother. Had my head down here to the desk. Yeah, just chilling. Yeah, man. Get a little bit of wake and bake in. Hey, likewise, brother. Good to see you this morning. Hell yeah. Hope you had a good 4th.
Yeah, something's wrong.
I've been eating coffee this morning.
He saw a chair and himself, but shadows were missing. It's like there were other things happening in this.
Hell yeah.
But now you're starting to see it, so, right? Like just make sure that you're
Just working on some flash work this morning.
in this dimension, but on the
I thought about doing some of my progress on my heavier sketches, my full papers, but just working on a little bit of flash work.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's see here. Get something cranked out here for y'all. Hell yeah. Bring that down. And bring that down.
It's horrifying, and it was synonymous with the little. They would sing. I can't really describe, but I saw them at the same time. They shared the same spot. It was like looking at two separate. I mean, oh man, I'm so right. I'm so smart. I'm so good at this. It's like there were two separate dimensions. When I saw the girl, I saw the four. I saw the four. I saw the girl. I'm so good. You know.
Let's see here.
I couldn't speak. I could barely even see. My mind was revolting against what it was attempting to practice.
Oh shit.
And I had never been more scared than when I was trapped.
Holy shit, brother.
Things.
Good on you.
Whatever it was that spoke to me, there was no exit. I was trapped here with
Hell yeah.
when it spoke the words as a little girl, other form spoke to my mind in a voice I wouldn't attempt to survive.
Hell yeah.
The voice just kept repeating that sentence over and over in my mind, and I agreed. I didn't know what to do. I was slipping into that. I couldn't take my eyes off what was in front of me. I dropped it. I thought I just wanted it to end. I was on my side, my eyes wide open, forward, staring down, scurrying across the floor in front of me. It was one of battery-powered craft.
Huh.
The house was turned.
Huh.
For some reason, seeing that rat took my mind back.
Listen to one of my favorite stories this morning. Called No End House.
I was determined to escape the house and live in a
Cool.
place again. I knew this room was hell, and I wasn't ready to.
Hell yeah.
the rat going across the floor is a really cool detail. I like that.
I do too. Well, even the idea too. I like the just how just endless mental torture. Very like somebody repeating whatever. And then, like,
Fucking No End House.
I mean,
Good
like,
story.
Like also the room.
It's a fucking trippy
not
one though.
letting you Be able to like slip into a unconscious state that you hear. They're making you endure all of this.
Yeah. Yeah, like you have to be so, but then it literally taunts you by sending a little like toy rat out. You know?
Yeah.
That's funny. But this is fun. I'm happy. I'm having a great time. At first, it was my eyes. I searched the walls for any kind of opening. The room wasn't that big, so it didn't take long to soak up the entire layout. The demon still taunted me, the voice growing louder. Form stayed rooted where it stood.
No End House, a
I
trippy
placed my
story.
hand on the floor, lifted myself up to all four, and turned to scan the wall behind me. Then I saw something.
Trippy fucking story.
The form was now right at my back, whispering into my mind.
Got a seemingly never-ending house.
I felt its breath on the back of my head. I refused to turn around.
Shit.
A large rectangle scratched into wood, with a small dent chipped away in the center of it. Right in front of my eyes, I saw the large 7 I had mindlessly etched into the wall. I knew what it was. Room 7, just beyond that wall, where room 5 was moments ago. That's hard. That's awesome. That's so dope. He went into a trance trying to claw his way through back to room 5, and in the trance he made door 7.
Very like
I never realized that detail in the story either.
Madness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like going through. I love the
Oh shit.
I love the idea of not having control of your own mind and then like
Mhm.
snapping back to your own reality and like him having etched out that 7 is just crazy. And then just knowing like and then also to know too that you have to go to the back where you just came from and it's gonna be different again.
Man,
It's like a weird labyrinth.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy that this is cool. Like, not only
I love
for
how you give yourself props just for being like, I like this story a long time ago.
I am giving myself props to be clear. But also just like I remember thinking like, oh, there were some really cool concepts in here. And yeah, I completely forgot about a lot of these details. But this is pretty cool so far. I like it. Like the 7 door being scratched, the form and stuff like that. It's neat. Yeah,
definitely.
Gotta admit this story. I haven't listened to this one in a while.
Okay.
No End House.
I don't know how I had done it.
As far as creepypastas go, it's a fucking classic.
But I had created the door. I knew I had. In my madness, I had scratched into the wall when I needed the most. Exit to the next room. Room 7 was close. I knew the demon was right behind me, but for some
Hell yeah. Appreciate that.
behind me.
Don't bring itself into the space of the room.
Shit. I know I'm kind of just sitting here chilling out at the papers this morning. But hey, any interaction is helpful. And always glad to have the good vibes hanging around as well. Hell yeah. Maxie's, oh shit. Almost an hour. Surprised. I've been kind of kicking it along this this long. God. I thought I was only going to be on here for a couple minutes to start with. Yeah, shit. Ah, managed to get some things started on the paper. Have some good company this morning. Started more than I thought I'd get accomplished by now. And we appreciate that. Let me see, yeah.
System of person or something.
Down.
I get it depends if the room is personalized.
Bring this down.
Or it could just be some kind of with that. Go. Right.
This.
Eyes, this one is like So this one, it's the pre-construction.
Damn.
This one almost has like
Hey, BP, cheers as well. How are we? Hell yeah. Yeah. Just getting a little bit of early morning paperwork done. Yeah. See here. Yeah, I don't blame that. Yeah. Same here. Yeah, how about the good one this morning? For all of y'all. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm just seeing what I can get done here at the papers. Let's see. Fish.
I didn't even care how prize response. I turned thought or I just went through
Let's see here. Around. See with the eyes. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's the name of the game for me right now. Shit as well. Smoking some bowls, having some coffee. See what I can get done here in the papers. Get a list of priorities to get things started, eh? Ah, glad you asked. So, amongst the kind of flash work that I'm doing is there's some progress on it, eh? Got the fin done, working on the stomach of it and the scales. And well, the thing about this piece is it's kind of going along with the mythology of the koi. So, once or twice I've talked about the mythology behind it, or at least Japanese mythology behind the koi, where it talks about the koi kind of swimming up the waterfall vertically and turning into a dragon. So, what I'm doing, kind of, is you can see I've got the scales going here, and then I'm working with kind of the underbelly of it, kind of winds back in these sections, similar to what would look kind of like a dragon's belly. Gonna go down with the back, and I'm kind of gonna morph in some dragon details as it goes back to get excuse me, to kind of follow along with that mythological depiction. And then in the background, I'm gonna work on kind of the top is gonna be kind of clouds, and then transition down into clouds and waves into the bottom end here. Yeah! Hell yeah! Precisely. Because, how do I say? Exactly how that piece is described. The whole backstory with the koi swimming up the waterfall, turning into a dragon, reaching the top of the waterfall, would kind of fit in perfectly with what you just described there. Have the stages of the dragon in the top, and then where the bottom of the waterfall is, depicturally, have more of the stages of the koi. Hell yeah. So this one, we're fooling around with some ideas a little bit, getting the perception down. Oh. Hmm. Hell yeah, thank you. See, in the beginning, I thought this was going to be kind of a Kentaro versus the Koi piece. But looking at how it's turning out now, I think I'm definitely going with more of the Dragon Koi concept. Because of A, how big this paper is going to be, and where exactly everything's going to fit in. And then B, looking at the proportions and realizing then it might be a better idea if I were to follow suit with that and do the Kentaro versus Koi onto a different piece of paper. Hell yeah. But to get my bearings on all of that this morning, I'm kind of working in the small pad here. Getting my flash work down. And really kind of fucking with my ideas here mentally. So that I can get those roughed out. So that every time, let's say I wanted to use one of my ideas, all I do is revert back to this pad here. And then put it onto the paper. Hell yeah. That's what's up. Hell yeah. Great Daddy Kush. That sounds good. Sounds very good. You know, actually, it just made me think about something. Let me see here. I got... Yeah, here it is. Let me find that one. And then the other one's right here. Let me see something here real quick. Great Babe. And then they told me that this version of... I got two Great Babes here, right? One that I usually know as an indica. And then the other one, they said is a sativa version of. They both kind of look similar, though. Yeah. So we got two versions of Grape Ape here sitting with us. This one's sativa variant, more leaning, and this one's more indica leaning. Oh shit, they do look a little bit different on the camera, don't they? Smells like Grape Ape. They told me it was Grape Ape. But it's weird how that one's kind of looking more tall and bulky like sativa. And also hitting me as well like one. While the other one's hitting me more stereotypical as I know of. Yeah, I think that might be my next bowl too. Grape Ape sativa. 1 sec here, I'll chop off a couple of leaves. You know what? That leaf right there is all I'm gonna need. I'll have a smoke with y'all here in the meantime while I'm getting this done, eh? Yeah. Help with the waking up process here. This. Where's my purple stuff? I should get some in there. Hell yeah. Of course, this piece that I'm hitting out of is kind of like a little one-hitter size. Cheers. Happy wake and bake, yo. Nice. That's very nice. Ooh. And that sativa one's got more like a citrusy grape, whereas that indica's got more of a musky grape flavor profile to it. Good mix up. I don't blame that one. Yeah, I got me a good cup of Java as well, eh? Cheers. Once again, it's some background material. Don't know if y'all have ever heard the story, but I good old Reddit / no sleep story called No End House. Listen to kind of on background noise here. Hell yeah.
There was nothing short of the fires of hell. I was fortunately
Let's get the blood pumping a little bit this morning.
fortunately it's got one source.
Here. Let's
see like on camera there's gonna shoulder your chair.
Reformat some proportions here. For the face.
If I die, I might go and watch my body paraded through the streets like a Mardi Gras. That's what I'm.
Let's see here.
Yeah. I want to have like hydraulics and pots. The grapes that I shoot up like it's a line. But I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm not going to be in charge of the funeral. Yes, you are. I put it in my will. Under decline. And there's a stipulation that the hunter politely declines to bury me at an unmarked location under his house.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take an even bigger thing. I'm going to put you in a coffin. I'm going to put the bigger cabin on Earth. The big I'm really creative and talented. That's how I'm going to
Oh, shit. Let's see here. There's that. That. Start with Kendall's head wrapping. Can I go around?
No. Say yourself. Changing my will. That Hunter does that to me. I'm putting a bomb somewhere in his house. And he's
You have admitted to some crazy shit these friends go by.
putting a bomb. God, that's more reasonable than what I was talking about last. So if you tie me to a random
Oh, shit.
and put me in the ground, yes. I'm putting a bomb in your house without hesitation.
Holy shit. Once again, highly recommend you guys at least give these guys a look at. Precast. As funny as some of these no sleep stories can be, these guys do an even funnier take on them. Shit. Good.
Fair play.
I still have trouble believing what I saw. Again,
They're doing the No End House story, which is already a cool story on its own, but they're doing an even better takes on it. Yeah. Hell yeah. Right on. I'm thinking about having some tunes here in a little bit.
I want close to and get back to blood, even though I'm sure but that thing is please don't do it. Please don't hurt me. What? Who are you? I'm not gonna hurt you. Yes, you are. You're going to hurt me. I don't want you to. It's actually pretty better. It's me. That's in the corner. Sorry, it's not the fun in here. My chair. That was literally me watching last week's episode. I just saw the nothing. I'm like, yeah, pathetic. I'm over on rocking back and forth, trying not to flop. Listen, who are you? I was now only a few feet from my dog. It was the weirdest experience.
Oh shit.
I wasn't scared. He said, why are you? You're going to hurt me. You're going to hurt me. You're going to leave. You're going to hurt me. Just calm down, all right? Let's try to figure this. Then I saw David sitting down, squaring his thing close to me. Step small red patch. Boy, another night.
Yeah, man, it's a trippy fucking story. Been a while since I've listened to No End House. I think they actually made a movie adaptation of this.
First few doors were plain, simple. After a while, about one big simple was scratched by my own teeth. 8 was marked in blood on the bottom of my appearance. 9.
Fuck.
Stubborn was on a person, a living person. Worse still, it was on a person that looked exactly like. Yes. You're going to hurt me. You're going to hurt me. Continued to sob and talk.
Once again, No End House.
Was good.
Starts out with these rooms you gotta travel through. Each one gets increasingly more terrifying, I guess you could say.
Room had no door.
Starts out simple as you're walking to the house. You got like simple fucking Halloween decorations, shit like some party setting stuff set up in there. And then you go into room 2, ups the ante a little bit. Room 3 and 4 start to play with psyche a little bit. And then from there, these rooms get fucking trippier and trippier as you go through them. No End House.
Feeling in my stomach, so I read that.
The later rooms start to like play with your psyche and arrange the room built on how your psyche is. Shit.
The other day, I still stopped.
That's a good listen while I'm sitting here getting this stuff done.
Put this here. How did they get my name? Not to mention the fact that as I knelt on the cold wood floor, I also said that sobbing protest being hurt by myself. It was all too much to process. The house and the management had been playing with this whole time. My thoughts, for some reason, turned to Peter and whether or not he got it. If he did, he meant a Peter Terry sobbing in this very chair, rocking back and forth. I shook those thoughts out. It didn't matter. Took a knife from under the chair. Immediately.
Yeah, man. Takes like a scare house concept and like pretty much goes all out fucking psychedelic with it. Yeah.
David was still sitting in the chair. He was very tall. He looked up at me with a slight. I couldn't tell if he was going to laugh or cry. Slowly, got up from the chair. Stood, facing. I'm in. Beside me, even the way he stood that time, I felt the rubber tilt inside my mind. I don't know what that's like. Feeling. His voice was slightly deeper than mine. I didn't respond. I just lunged, attacking him. I mounted him to look down. Knife poised in my hand. It's like I was looking in the front of it.
Down.
But I still felt it deep in my body.
Yes,
They looked
down.
at me. Hum was getting louder, and I felt something.
Yeah.
One was late night.
Gonna make this a food for the dragon growl.
It's like nothing.
to the city. I gotta run some errands.
Yeah.
I might go to a park with my dog. I'll be back this afternoon.
Loans.
Okay.
I can make you assessments and or the other thing.
Oh, I
So,
The general crowd?
yeah, I got those in there. I have stuff to make you
satisfied parents.
those things.
I knew it wasn't real. And I'd see it. And my
I did buy those noodles, so I can make some tests in there again. I'll pass it.
sadness on
Noodles.
I was in Route 9.
Your supplements right here, you should get
Thank you.
the charcoal filled with the later.
Months.
You doke.
What after you eat?
No in-house.
The fish you gotta bring. What would you do?
That moment.
General crowd chicken and some wings sounds good.
Got both of them.
Um,
I'll make you both.
Sure.
I'll make you some food and
Thank you so much.
take the supplements. Try to round up your dirty clothes and stuff on the same day.
Will do.
Should I know you have laundry up there? Also on top of the dryer, you have kind of two swing.
Okay.
I'll let you keep those later.
Okay.
But drink that. I'll go make you some food.
I already had my morning pills in there. Okay, thank you, Mama.
So I'll leave you.
Hey, one sec, y'all. Just a minute for me. Hey, thank you, Mom.
There was a vertical slit down the side. Slowly walks through that door. So back where I started. The lobby.
Okay.
That's exactly how I still decorating with childish decorations. After everything, I still wear the
Yeah. So like, so your party you can go with.
Okay. On the desk was plain white envelope.
Oh, sorry about that, Mom.
And some cherries.
Thank you.
Mustard up the birch. Oh,
Yeah, good morning, Mama.
inside was a letter.
Right on.
Congratulations.
Right on.
Please accept this prize. It's open for great achievement.
I feel like a floss.
With the letter for $500. Good stuff.
Right on, Mama. I love you.
I laughed as I walked out to my car. I laughed as I pulled in my driveway.
Right on.
Opened my front door.
Mom's having a good morning as well. Oh, it's a little bit chilly in this room.
Yeah. Oh. Awesome. Yeah.
There you go.
It's not.
Yeah, General Chow.
It was a nice, it definitely like part one. And I want to say this too, is we do get a lot of people talking about this. There's obviously a lot of sequels and stuff that we talk about for reading, but sometimes it's just nice because a lot of times you get to understand that these additions happen years after the post and stuff. And I really like it's nice reading these initial stories without the filtration of thinking back. This is like here's the story that gives like
She's going out to run some errands today.
sequels and stuff.
Make me a tad bit to eat before she goes.
2, 3. But I think just leaving it there is such a great ending. Yeah, that's great. Small Town is such a fucking great.
Honestly, I don't know what I'd do without that gun. Definitely wouldn't have remembered to eat right now this morning. Being a little bit after I got up, I most likely would have eaten a lot later on. Didn't really hit me to go grab something out of the fridge. Bless her.
Which is totally fine, especially when the idea is this.
You see something?
Which I didn't know if it was supposed to match the 9 circles of hell.
Hell yeah.
So, I looked it up here and I was trying to make some parallels.
No worries. Just sitting here kind of working in the book monotonously this morning.
I was trying to tie those up with each one, trying to be like, okay, limbo being like such a weird. I didn't know if it was supposed to be parallels, but you could find parallels with each of these brothers. Which limbo being came out, where it's just kind of like right. It's kind of like the in between your world.
Next time I smoke an indica.
Experience.
Come on now.
was the
I feel like that sativa is hitting me quite fast.
better decorations and rust and stuff. So I didn't know if that was supposed to be.
Was there a mention of wind in the second room? Because in
Yes, because in this deal, it's a circle storm, right? And
Oh, shit.
going around.
that's true, yeah. In the Divine Comedy, the Lust Slayer, they're blown by great winds.
Yeah, I was like looking it up and it said that it's like in a circular storm.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
whatever. Circular wind.
Everyone's swept up into it and they're thrown around and stuff like that.
Gluttony was the shadows, and then you don't have the shadows, so something like gluttony was
See
different stuff. I don't know if there's really anything there besides the multiple shadows, but greed, room 4 would be greed, which is darkness. The room has the humming as well. This is where it gets a little more harder to have.
Yeah.
5 is anger, but I thought that would correlate with the bugs or something.
Into it. So in the anger people are in like a giant river. It's kind of like a bubbling tar almost, always wading through it. So I don't know if that correlates maybe a little bit, you know.
I mean, I'm just trying to think about like people that go there, or just even like trying to even think on like the base level things, anger, or that thing. I'm just trying to like I don't know if they would be as particular, but still. 6 is the same as room 3, but no doors. That's what it's a little girl. That's heresy.
Yeah, the heretic.
Right.
I don't know the first thing about. Well,
What the hell? It's a minute of commercials. Yes.
It's time, your time, not just to go back to school, but to come back and move forward with the Duke Global. Start to come back today after DukeGlobal.tv. I found a home security hack that made our moving 10 times easier and delivery all the time. Picture this, we're finally moving to our new house, with trucks pulling up, boxes are everywhere. Then I realized we need to let the movers in. I found a mic to go through on our garage opener and we heard it from the house. So I added their video keypad and got from CANT, and now everything's controlled from my phone. I opened the garage while holding the baby, acted out cold to the space, and could actually see who was coming in more.
On fire constantly.
It's also our first, with heretic going against God and stuff. That's the first time that we see the sheep head with the mouth with a wolf.
That's a good point. Yeah.
The 7 was where the family was murdered, and the 7th like all this violence.
That lines up, pretty awesome.
So then, one thing I thought was interesting was fraud.
It's himself.
And it's himself. But it's him having to overcome himself or some kind of thing. And then room 9 is treachery, which is just the wedge of eyes where that's where the devil's at. Which pretty much is but I didn't know if because he overcame himself and he was able to pass through, it almost feels like the house itself is some kind of weird test. But having the end be with 10 is who knows? Even the guy I like that picks it out, I didn't know if it was supposed to be something like a field, kind of like heavenly type stuff, or if the story continues there, or if it's trying to start you off with potentially being the 9 layers of hell, and now this is like a new, like it's like you're not even actually done. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which is such a great, like I love the idea, like you get the arbitrary $500 because it's so funny. Dude, $500, have an existential panic attack and face the devil. It's like sweet, a $500 killing gift card.
I suspect he's never made it through, and that the management, so to speak, of the house is kind of acting through him to send that message. Because there's no way his friend made it through. It's like, bro, you got to see it,
Yeah, no. But now, that was another thing too. I was asked what your interpretation of who the management is. Is that entities? Do you think that's like something that is paranormal? Like paranormal in the sense of like, oh, management is something that is like some kind of counselor or something on the other side.
I kind of see it as the way you see a lot of SUVs, right? It's like it's a thing that doesn't make sense to our knowledge of existence, but it also kind of just operates under its own rules, right? So maybe it's like sure, you call the entity within the house the thing that runs it.
Do my minutes gonna fuck with me? It's flickering. Fucking my eyes.
I definitely don't think it's human, but it is thinking for sure.
Well, it's just interesting. I was curious what you have to think with this. Because as soon as this ended, my immediate reaction to it was, I feel like this is probably heavily inspiration to left-right game. Of the amount of like back and forth you go to, where it almost becomes like a self-introspective piece as well. And then
Wow.
it feels similar to the deity at the end, even though I know they left like our character from like millions of years in the future or whatever comes back. But still, I was like, there's like a lot of like I've seen a lot of bits and pieces of like going.
Sorry, that light's fucking on me a little bit.
Like you're kind of keep traversing like a simple left and right these doors, right?
Yeah.
And another thing, it's like taking left right, so experiencing these new towns and stuff. It just had the same kind of. It was the same kind of flair. You know what I mean? I thought it was really fun. It had this thing be so old in 2011. It was just crazy. So I'm curious to see if this did have some kind of influence on the left right on maybe adventure, forward adventure or something.
Oh, it could be. It does kind of fit, creepypasta culture, and then you have stuff about these different. I really like horror stuff where it feels like you're almost in different levels, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can see it. What this really reminds me of, I mean, kind of the obvious one is how.
Go over the other side of the face.
I haven't read any of these, so I feel like
Keep flicking like that. It kind of hurts my head.
I guess no conversation.
Yeah, I guess that's like no. House of Flames isn't a creepypasta. It's a novel that came out in the '90s, like something like that. That was the original. Like liminal horror became a trend, but I would call it the original liminal horror. It's about a family who discovers an extra door in their house. Well, what starts it all is that the house, for some reason, is a quarter-inch bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. And that begins to drive the dad insane. It starts to figure out why. It leads down this whole rabbit. Incredible book. One of the best horror books ever written, in my opinion. But that's it. Like it came out before it was common to be like you have a structure that's bigger on the inside than the outside, and it has all these like loopy geometry and stuff like that. But this reminds me of that. That you open a room 5 and you're suddenly in the forest in the middle of the house, stuff like that. The humming's interesting. I almost feel like that in a way the house takes something, that the humming represents, or maybe it's the entity of the house itself. And for something that it wants to feel that it's different from management, right? Like management is maybe the arbiters of everything that happens. And the humming is either like the house itself's energy or something else that's loose in the house,
I would say it's still it's under the watch, though.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure.
Yeah. I don't know. That's interesting. I'd be curious to see how other people kind of like decipher that as well. Because it is weird. That's one we said. I will say, dare I say, that was probably. I think that last little word. I think that's one of the most solid things we've read in terms of like how it's wrapped. I think it leaves you on a nice note. It's kind of like,
Dude, the fuck with this light, man?
It's like 10 to 10. Yeah.
Fuck.
It's not really over, but it's like it's leave your leg.
Damn. Oh, fuck on my head, man. I can't have that on right now. Sorry about that. Fucking shit. I don't know why I'm sleeping so bad today.
Sometimes it's
Fuck,
not
dude.
experiencing the game forever, but it's just knowing like what the game is.
Which means I'm gonna have an even harder time seeing my shit here.
Weird things that come after and stuff like that, Because as far as the Bronx goes, he did get through the house, but the house wants to keep going, so to speak, right? And I think your reference to Dante's Inferno makes a lot of sense,
I think just having it specifically be non-nine was a bit too serendipitous to have it.
So it's like there's been other stuff that has been well been covered. Like I like Intel, stuff like that. But those they all have a finality to it that I feel Ford doesn't always need. And I like just like simplicity of it still. That's fine.
It's another instant where it's the famous fish pot thing where it's the camera pans down, two men are eating at a table, it's at the bottom of the table. It's another way of building anticipation in a moment and like ending on anticipation. I think it's just really fun because we experience 9 other wars. People see it, stuff to what's intent. You can let your imagination do that. And just to know that like, oh fuck, it's not over. It's just a fun little like yeah. And do a story. So no, this is a lot of fun. I mean, it's one of the quicker ones we've covered, but I think it's really sweet. I think too, this makes me want to go back and read some of the other classics that we're talking about. And if they are short like this, and I'm assuming that some of these are even shorter, we can definitely do like a big batch of them.
I don't know. There's some that are like a few like it doesn't pair.
Yeah, like barely like maybe 2 pages or something. So
yeah,
no, it's great. I mean, I think it's really fun. I'm very curious to hear what people have to say about this one. I think also that's just an insight for this too. I know we said Ben Drown, normal porn for normal people, and to me as hell. Those are some of the ones we talked about. But if it's any other shorter ones too, be sure to use some comments down below. I'll try to make like a little just kind of think random like which ones.
I guess I took for granted. I was like, oh well, I'm sure
That's long.
classics, right? But since apparently there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I
And a constant camera spot out the window for an hour and a half.
To me, those hell, if I remember right, it's kind of more of an urban legend.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that story was longer. Yeah. That one was fucked up. Story called Feed the Pig. Yeah. Yeah, that story was crazy.
Trail.
Oh yeah. And then as she gets closer, she realizes it's not.
Yeah, dude. Let me see here. And around. Pretty nice. Yeah. Here. Got that going. Now what I need to do is find the template, circle template somewhere in the dip, bingo, and see if I can get it just going. So far, we've got going here. 1 second. So far, what we've got done is the top half of this kind of eye expression. I'll be showing here in just a minute. Yeah, let me see. Oh shit! I feel that one. Yeah. Hey man, why I keep my shit pinned up in the back here? I think it's in the fucking way. Oh shit! There's been times where I've been sitting, getting ready to smoke a bowl, especially back when I used to hit the bong. And as big as that bong was, I would have it sitting there, and you think, all the way down there wouldn't be a problem. Nah, I'd go to fucking light the bowl, and this shit would flow right in the way. I'd almost burn like a fucking half a fucking foot off it. Shit. Another reason why I'm glad I switched back up to the pipe, yeah. Shit. No more craziness would try to light that shit and the hair getting in the way. Let's see. I'm gonna do start of that one. What I'm also going to do is start this one. And then I think after this one, yeah, things are going here. And go from there. Yeah, hang on, man. Yeah. Thank you, Mama.
Yeah. You don't really have to believe it today.
Will do.
If you get too cold in here, you're too cold on your phone.
Around.
Yeah, there's a lot of drinks and stuff that are frozen stuff like that.
I will.
This is baking on the
Sure, thank you.
It's cooked. So you got a lot of food.
I know.
We got lunch. Alright, well, I guess you can live off your fridge for a couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah, try to clean up your drinks and stuff today.
Will do. There's a couple things I gotta pick up and move around.
You do the drinks that you gotta do.
Yeah, hang on, y'all.
I'm gonna put this down because you're probably the conversation.
Okay.
Based on
Thank you. Yeah. Hang on for the time. That's up there. Oh, shit. Sorry about that. Oh, a couple of things to get done here as the day's progressing. Oh, shit. Matter of fact. Yeah, matter of fact. Sorry. Think. I'm gonna round back here. Yeah, man. Let me get around some more. Wake up a little bit more and get the grog out of my eyes. And, I'll round back. Hell yeah. Oh, shit. More complete on the koi. And this, different mask flashes that I'm getting done. Pretty good. I'll see y'all soon today. Y'all stay lit, stay lifted. Fucking love y'all, eh? Peace, peace.